Hey everybody, my name is Drew Smith. I'm a real estate agent in York, Pennsylvania with Berkshire Hathaway, and I'm contacting you about this product called BioSafe One. I had last year a concern with regard to my septic. I was out in my yard and I noticed it was getting kind of mushy, and that's a bad sign. As a real estate agent, I've helped lots of people buy properties that have septic systems and have advised and helped them with regard to how to handle problems with regard to septic systems. So I'm familiar with the expenses that are involved and the biology and the design of these systems to some extent. And I'm aware enough to know that it could be quite expensive to replace an entire system. If your system's failing, it could be tens of thousands of dollars. I always suggest to my customers it could be in the $10,000 to $30,000 range, depending upon the number of bedrooms in the system. I only know Pennsylvania because I only sell and live here in Pennsylvania. And I know that other states do have different laws with regard to septic systems. In my state, they want us to pump our systems every so often, which I think is silly, but they want us to do that. In Maryland, the state right next to me, my understanding is they don't allow it because in Maryland, they do get that when you pump your system, you're removing your system because the bacteria in your system is the system. So why would you remove the entire system? But that's what they do in Maryland. Anyway, I had a problem. In my opinion, I thought I had a problem or was potentially having a problem in that my yard was getting mushy. Now I did have it was a very wet year. 2018 was a very wet year. In fact, you can look it up online if you want. My understanding for York, Pennsylvania, it was the wettest year we've ever had here in York. But despite that, I was also doing the wrong things. In an effort to be loving and caring towards my wife, I got her a bunch of Epsom salts for her bath so that she could have some relaxing baths. And she was doing that a lot, and that was killing the bacteria because salt is a preservative. It stops bacterial growth. So that was not helping the septic. And then I also kind of increased the activity of my water softener in the house. Although I'm on public water, I have a water softener system for it as well, and that was not a good idea either. There were several different things that we were doing that were just wrong, or at least difficult on the system. We had another house guest who was living with us as well that was using more water. A whole bunch of things just combined and compounded to cause a mushier yard in my front yard. And thanks to BioSafe One, I adjusted some of those things that we had been doing, but most importantly, the product. The product that they provided us was several pails. I don't remember the number off the top of my head, but it was maybe 8 or 10 different pails of this material. And it's a biological material. It's this bacteria that it smells kind of minty. It smells good, actually. I thought it smelled pretty good. And you cut it, at least that's what we did, 50% water, 50% material in another bucket, and pour that into all of our sinks and drains and commodes in the house. And then we did that several times, and then put half of it into the septic system itself directly right into the tank. And what I found was within, I would say, 48 hours to 72 hours, when you were in my front yard, you would smell the mintiness of this material. So I knew that what was happening was this bacteria, which is a friendly, good bacteria, which you want, that's eating up the bad stuff in your septic, was transferring from the pipes and drains in my house, the waste lines of my house, down through the pipe into the septic tank, eating up the stuff in the septic tank, and going out into the drain field. And what I noticed within, I would say, 3 to 4 weeks, 5 weeks at the very most, was my septic field was no longer mushy. I could walk around in it. It was solid. It was not a problem. And that's exactly what I'm experiencing today. We just had a major storm last night, a lot of rain, and I'm here in my septic field right now, walking around, and it's solid. So I'm very happy with it. So I was concerned when I did research with regard to this product. I wasn't positive it would work or not. But my experience has been very positive. I've been very happy with it. So, in fact, I was concerned about my son mowing the lawn that he'd step in a bunch of stuff, but that's not a problem anymore. It's not an issue. So I found it to be an excellent product. I know for me, I expected if I had to replace my septic, and they would have maybe put some big, ugly, giant mound here, it'd be like a dead elephant buried in my yard, which would ruin the look of this place. That would have been $20,000, $30,000 in cost, I would expect. And this was maybe 2.5, 3, I forget exactly the amount, but it wasn't anything like what I would have spent. So I was very happy with it. And then to put kind of the icing on the cake, a few months later, my township came out to pump my septic, which frustrated me, but that's what they want to do every so often. And the gentleman came out and he said, well, where's the other tank? I said, well, this is the only tank. He said, there has to be another tank because this septic here, it's all just fluid. There's no solids, it's solid. I said, well, because it's a very active system. And he said, well, I have to be super active for that to be the case. I said, well, that's what you're looking at. You're looking at a super active system. So he was stunned by that. He kept thinking there was another tank. There is no other tank, I just have one. This house was built in the 1930s, and he built this tank that's super thick concrete, but it's just one tank. So so that's all that there is. So he was real impressed with it, and this is a guy who does it all day long, just pumping this stuff, and was aware that we had a very active system. So, and this guy was trying to fail my system, which frustrated me, but he was trying to fail it because the age of it. He was for sure it would be no good because of the age. Well, my system is working fine. Thank you, BioSafe One. I've been very pleased. I hope you have a fantastic day. And I have, by the way, had some people contact me about this product. I'm happy to spend some time answering questions and be as helpful as I can. But I'm sure that you'll have the same experience as I have. Biology is biology. But anyway, wish you the best. Take care. Hey everybody, I just wanted to do an amendment to this video. Next to my shoulder, you can see there's some holes there. That's to the lid that goes to my septic tank. And I wanted to show you the distance between my septic system and the drain field. And also, my lawn got mowed. So, so this shows you back here is that's where the septic tank is. And then when I pan over this way, there's the holly trees, and then you can see the grass is a little bit different color there because I had to put different types of grass in at the time when I was having an issue. And that's the field itself. So this whole distance, this whole thing here is this field, and it could smell the BioSafe product working here. So anyway, I just want to say thank you very much, BioSafe. I'm very happy. It's worked out very well. Have a great day.